for joining us on News 5 at 6. I'm meteorologist Jessica Burns. We've had team coverage all day long tracking this weekend's winter weather. Most of it happened this morning, but some elements are going to be carrying over into the overnight hours. We got Chief Meteorologist Dave Dirks here. So, Dave, how did we get to this point?
Right.
2 police officers barely escaped serious injury when a car crashed into a patrol vehicle parked on the side of a highway in Gate City. Officers Matt Stewart and Jessica McGraw tell us they feel lucky to be alive. This dash cam footage shows the scary moments. Officer Stewart had arrived to assist Officer McGraw on a crash on U.S. Highway 23. That's when a vehicle coming from the other direction lost control, came across the median, and almost hit both of them. We've been tracking wintry weather from yesterday all the way into this morning, and right now we've got News 5 Caleb Perney live in the storm tracker tracking the road conditions this morning. So Caleb, tell us, what all have you seen this morning? Tag Your It. Today is National Touch Tag Day, celebrating the playground game we all know and love. The best way to celebrate is by getting outside, running around, and tagging someone, whether you're young or young at heart. The classic game is a great way to keep physically active and to see if you can be the last one standing. So since we, just talked about tag, I'm going to go ahead and say Tag Your It to David. Tell us about the day ahead of us.
If I tell the kids that, they're going to
run wild.
Oh, yes, even more so than they already do.
The new pills that work to treat COVID-19 are slowly being rolled out to area hospitals and healthcare settings this week. And yet another study shows they could be quite a game changer. Medical reporter Liz Bonis explains how. Still to come on News 5 today, the Attorney General summons the FBI to look into what he calls a disturbing spike in harassment, intimidation, and threats of violence against local school board members. That's still to come. Plus, the Senate has passed a bill to extend the debt limit for now. More on that is next. But first, we're going to take a live look at Exit 1. You can see the rain coming down, but traffic still moving swiftly. We'll have a look at the forecast later. The man who composed the music for the Broadway play for Cats has plenty to say about the 2019 film adaptation of his work, and it's not good. Tony, Grammy, and Academy-winning composer Andrew Lloyd Webber told Variety the film was so bad it made him buy a dog. Webber jokes the film left him emotionally damaged enough to get a dog and declared a therapy dog by an unnamed airline. According to Webber, when the airline asked for proof that his dog was needed, his response instructed them to look at what Hollywood did to his musical. And now we're going to go to meteorologist David Boyd. It might be raining cats and dogs, you might say. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it. How's the travel weather looking
Preston
this morning?
would be proud of that one.
Oh, I'm so glad.
This morning, we're tracking it.
Of course, we'll keep you updated as we get more data in. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. The Sunday Today Show is up next. Headlines anytime online at WCYB.com. Have a great Sunday.
From WCYB, this is News 5 This Weekend.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with News 5 this weekend. I'm Jessica Burns. It's 7 a.m. on your Sunday morning. It's a quiet start to the morning for now. We do have rain moving in. That'll be arriving later this morning, but for now, things are nice and quiet. Here's Kingsport to show you on our Ashley Home Store weather camera. Not a lot's going on, but temperatures right now a little bit on the cool side. 30 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities. As we look across our region, we can see temperatures are pretty cool. Right now, everybody's sitting pretty much in the 30s. 31 degrees right now in Abingdon, 29 in Lebanon, 39 in Grundy, and 30 degrees right now in Rogersville. As we look on our satellite and radar, we can see a few clouds overhead, maybe some very light showers moving into the portions of Kentucky, Harlan, Leslie, Letcher counties, but off to our west, that's where our main rain event is. It's a cold front that's slowly moving into our region, and it's going to be arriving later today. Well, mainly later in the morning. We'll be seeing widespread showers by this afternoon and evening. Temperatures will be pretty warm, comparable to yesterday in the mid to upper 40s, but we're just going to be dealing with that widespread rain. We'll be tracking that rain in my full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Plus, also, we'll discuss how much rain we're going to see and also the fact that we are going to be seeing some cooler weather return. However, that is going to come with a dry spell. We'll talk about how long that will last, all in just a few minutes. A team of specialists will be visiting the Bristol landfill Monday to inspect the wet well. Spec Rescue International specializes in confined space entry. The wet well is a 300-foot deep shaft that collects leachate and gradient groundwater and then pumps it and transfers it to the sewer system. Inspections will take place Monday and Tuesday, and the city will provide an update to the public once the inspection is complete. The White Pine Police Department, which is located close to Pigeon Forge, says 3 people are dead after a shooting. 2 of the victims were from Greene County. According to police, they responded to a shooting at the Pilot and Weigel's gas stations off I-81 at Exit 4. 3 people were shot and killed. The victims were 58-year-old Kenneth Cook, 48-year-old Christopher Ray Welch, and 16-year-old Tegan Welch. The shooting appears to be a domestic situation, but police are still trying to piece together all of the information. Meanwhile, the Greenville City School District is mourning the loss of 16-year-old Tegan Welch, who was an 11th grade student at Greenville High School. In a statement to News 5, they say, quote, Tegan was a standout member of the Pride of Greenville Devils Band and a cherished member of the GHS bowling team. Numerous supports have been put into place for GHS students, faculty, and staff as they grieve this tremendous loss. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Tegan's family and friends. Crews responded to a fire at a shopping plaza in Bristol, Tennessee, Friday night. It's located on Edgemont Avenue and includes businesses like Taste Buds and the Cash Company. Family-owned Taste Buds ice cream shops say they will be closed for a while and are asking everyone to pray that they can get everything cleaned up and back up and running as soon as possible. The fire is still under investigation. An incident in Beach Mountain is gaining a lot of attention online. Take a look at this, a scary moment when water line broke at Beach Mountain Ski Resort. We're told a guest skied into a water and air hydrant during their snowmaking operations. You can see it in the video. It sprayed freezing cold water onto skiers. Tim Williams and his daughter witnessed the whole thing and shared the video with one of our affiliate stations. Beach Mountain Resort released a statement saying, quote, our operation and safety team worked diligently to unload the lift and drain the system safely. Avery EMS transported 2 patrons to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We believe everyone is okay outside of the unfortunate situation. Operations are on a regular schedule. From being born in a tiny desert town to being the most powerful man in Congress, reporter Steve Wolford from our sister station in Las Vegas shows us how Nevada Senator Harry Reid left his imprint on so many things.
Hundreds were on hand here at the Smith Center in downtown Las Vegas to remember the late Senator Harry Reid, all of them wanting to share memories, their admiration, and to say goodbye.
You can tell by the turnout that you're going to see with the elected officials and dignitaries that are going to be here, how popular the senator was and how much he meant to so many people.
Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak among the many Democratic leaders on hand to honor the late Harry Reid, who lost his battle with pancreatic cancer last week at the age of 82. Representative Susie Lee says Reid's legacy will include his work for Nevadans.
I think that, first of all, Senator Reid put Nevada on the map in terms of being a political powerhouse when it comes to national politics.
Harry Reid came into this world with the odds against him.
President Joe Biden sharing his thoughts on Reid's rise from humble beginnings in Searchlight, Nevada, to become a member of the House and eventually 5 terms in the Senate and the Democratic Party's leader.
That's how we literally saved, we forget it, Social Security during the Bush years. Stop Yucca Mountain from becoming a nuclear waste site. Secured the votes for the Affordable Care Act. It's how he helped us rein in Wall Street, the excesses, and repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
As Reed's wife, Landra, and their children listened, the senator was also remembered by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, current Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer, and by former President Barack Obama, who recalled Reed's love for boxing.
You know, Barack, I wasn't a great athlete. I wasn't big and strong like some of the guys I went up against. But I had two things going for me. I could take a punch, and I never gave up.
And for his habit of not saying goodbye at the end of a phone call, but instead just hanging up.
One former colleague explained it by saying to Harry, goodbye was an unnecessary word. It might not have been necessary for Harry, but it is for us. Goodbye, Harry. Thank you for everything.
Senator Reed's body will now be taken to Washington, D.C., where it will lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda. That will take place on January 12th. Reed will be buried in Searchlight. In downtown Las Vegas, I'm Steve Wolford.